Mastering Negotiation, Lessons from Never Split the Difference. Dear Amelia Emberhart, in the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis, U.S. President John F. Kennedy and Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev engaged in one of the most intense negotiations in history. Nuclear war was a real possibility, yet through careful negotiation tactics, Kennedy managed to secure a deal. The Soviets would remove their missiles from Cuba in exchange for a secret U.S. agreement to withdraw its missiles from Turkey. This negotiation was not about compromising, it was about skillfully maneuvering to ensure the best possible outcome. Chris Voss, a former FBI hostage negotiator, teaches similar tactics in Never Split the Difference, strategies that apply far beyond global politics. Let us explore some of his key principles that will help you become a master negotiator in your own life. 1. The best email to get a reaction. Are you giving up on this project? Sometimes, the hardest part of negotiation is simply getting the other party to respond. Voss discovered that a simple, powerful email subject line, "Are you giving up on this project?" often triggers an immediate reaction. Why? Because people hate the idea of quitting. Instead of demanding an answer, this question subtly taps into their sense of responsibility and unfinished business. If you ever need a stalled conversation to move forward, this is a brilliant way to make it happen. 2. People value what they already own, the mug experiment. Imagine you are given a coffee mug. Then someone asks how much money it would take for you to sell it. Research shows that once we own something, we value it far more than if we were just considering buying it. This psychological effect, called the endowment effect, means that people fear losing what they have more than they desire gaining something new. In negotiation, you can use this to your advantage by framing losses rather than gains. If we do not act now, we might lose this opportunity forever. People are wired to avoid loss, so this approach can be highly persuasive. 3. The late-night FM DJ voice, why it works. When you want to make a firm statement without inviting unnecessary debate, use what Voss calls the late-night FM DJ voice, a slow, calm, downward-inflected tone. This voice signals confidence and authority without aggression. For example, if someone challenges your idea, rather than engaging in an argument, simply lower your voice and say, "This is the best path forward." The result? People instinctively listen, and the discussion often moves in your favor without unnecessary conflict. 4. No begins the negotiation. Many people assume that yes is the goal of negotiation, but Voss argues that no is actually where things start. When someone says no, it usually means they need more information, more time, or they need to check with someone else. Instead of pushing for a quick yes, encourage a comfortable no. For example, ask, "Would it be ridiculous to consider another option?" This allows the other person to stay in control while subtly moving the conversation forward. Most of the time, a fast yes is just a polite way to end the discussion without commitment. The real work begins after no. A test for you, Amelia. Imagine you are negotiating for a summer internship. You have had an interview, but you have not heard back in a week. What do you do? Do you send a follow-up email saying, "I am checking in to see if there are any updates"? Or do you write, "Are you giving up on this opportunity to have me on your team this summer?" Which one do you think is more likely to get a response? The better negotiators do not just ask for what they want, they use psychology to guide the conversation in their favor. This is your moment. Take command and show us the path.